We all know a long day in the shop starts with everyone's favorite phrase, customer states.
Customer states.
Customer states.
And today, we're here to break down some of the worst cars that could show up at any shop.
First clip.
Customer states, I'd like for you to inspect my brakes for wear.
Typical.
Okay.
A quick visual inspection, and I can't believe what I'm seeing.
It looks like they're grinding already. Oh
What?
my god! I thought the front brakes were the...
No front brake pads.
None at all. Bluetooth brake pads or...
No rear brake
Just-
pads, or even a rotor.
The rotor's
What?
gone, the brake pads are gone. How far? How much did you have to turn up the radio to
Honestly,
make this go away? Like, ultimately, why does the customer do that? That's either A, I don't have the money, or B, I just don't have the time. I don't have the time. But what you've done is now, how expensive this is going to be. We got all new calipers besides your pads and rotors, but the calipers are not cheap.
you know what?
I feel like that is a little bit of like
That's a Mazda
or
ownership.
Yeah, Nissan or Mazda.
Mazda.
Mazda? You never heard a customer say that?
I thought you were saying NASA. I was like, this is crazy. I fear for this person because I'm like, you clearly don't seem capable of taking care of your vehicle. Maybe you
The thing
don't.
that's in charge of your life?
Yeah, maybe you're not. You just can't take care of yourself.
Probably not.
Maybe
Let's see those toenails. You take care of your brakes like you take care of your feet.
Is that true?
That's true.
Is that true?
All right. I can't handle this. Let's look at that next clip.
Customers complaining after hitting a pothole, they're feeling a vibration in their feet in the gas and brake pedal when going over bumps. Oh yeah. Well, that's right, because the strut's hitting the master cylinder. That's why.
Yeah, that's not
Hold
good.
on. Hold on. How the do we not see a ride height issue before this happened? I guess if the spring's still holding up and the top of the shock just went through. But come on, it's not just a vibration when you're braking. At this point, you have no shock absorption in that corner.
What if he's a hefty dude? What if he just thought this was normal? He's like, Eric Carr, I sit in sags on this side.
This must be in like Chicago or somewhere super rusty. Look how rusty that is too.
Yeah.
All right, so Steph, your time as a tech, have you ever come across a situation where the customer stated something just happened and you go to look at the car and you're like, this did not just happen?
Hell yeah. People try to play me all the time, but let me tell you something, baby. I am unfoolable. I cannot be played. You know why? Because I check the environmental standards of codes. Huh? Oh, you didn't know they had that? It tells me the date, the time, the conditions under which it occurred, the load, the RPM, and the temperature.
She's looking at freeze frame data, baby.
I knew. I seen the live stats. You can't fool me. And
She pulled up that data and took a screenshot of it.
I sent it to corporate. I said, back to Audi. I said, no, warranty, boot this claim.
Out of here.
Stop wasting my
You're
time.
out.
Whether it's because you're lying because you're nervous that you seem a little silly or because you're just a scummy person, sometimes you can get away with it. Sometimes tech may not even care. But sometimes you get me. And guess what?
Police stuff.
Occasionally I'm having a bad day and now it's your problem too.
Just tell us the truth. Tell us the truth, and we may laugh at your expense, but we'll get the job done in a timely fashion.
Honesty is the true policy.
I want to take a look at that next clip.
Customer states, I'm hearing a noise while driving.
Yep, that'll do it.
Just a slight noise. That lug nut is hanging on for dear life.
That takes immense willpower and strength from one lug nut.
Made it here is a miracle.
Jesus Christ.
Like you were saying earlier, sometimes a lot of negligence comes from either you don't have the time or you don't have the money. More times than not, people don't have the money. We get it. Car repairs are freaking expensive. Honestly, if you're real and honest with your mechanic, they're more than likely going to be willing to work with you. And honestly, I mean, giving this person the benefit of the doubt, we'll say that it was someone else that maybe, or maybe it was just a freak accident,
I'm gonna bet that
they cross-threaded
somebody either cross-threaded or just over-tightened the out of them or whatnot. But here's the thing. There is a little bit of responsibility on the driver in that, like, this 2 of them clearly snapped off a long time ago. A long time ago.
What are you talking about? It just happened.
Oh, just started making
Check the environmental conditions on this.
Environmental conditions, yes. You got a nice mechanic. You're lucky. Value your mechanic.
Yeah, further, again, proving that if you hear something, say something.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Hello? Like you know to check that your mechanic is available first before showing up.
Banana up, banana up. Who's the banana? Banana up, banana up. Who's the banana?
I'm the banana, I'm the banana, I'm the banana.
My car's making a weird noise.
We were just practicing our improv. If you want to join, of course.
I'll come back later.
Yes and is one of the central tenets of improvisational theater.
Checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
I'm the banana this time.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
All right, next clip.
Customer states.
It's a Dodge, so there's already a problem.
Station, went inside, came back, and the vehicle only cranks, will not start.
Okay.
So it's trusted. I've tried it too many times, the battery's dead. But let's take a look at this.
Oh no. Oh no. What's going on here? We got some cracked water jugs.
There's still ice in all of these.
It looks like there was water. They froze and opened and cracked. We probably got a trunk full of water. Okay, you know?
I think I might know part of the problem.
Oh, wow, yeah. All right.
Anytime I see any sort of like water damage near wires, I'm like, okay, so not only are these pins probably gonna need to get replaced because they're gonna be corroded, but that water is gonna flow up the wire and affect wherever it's connecting to.
Yeah, we get probably a number of issues. I imagine multiple things short. We already have a sound. I can see we got a sound system back there too, with some speakers that probably got flooded there too.
Yeah, it's not a fun day for this guy. That was very clearly a silly little goofy mistake.
Don't carry water jugs, multiple water jugs.
Where your battery's at?
Where your battery's at. Probably not a good idea. All right, Steph.
Yes.
I know you've seen some of this water damage type situation before at the dealer. What do you think, ballpark, this is going to take in the shop? How long do you think this car is going to be down for?
You got to let it dry, yeah. And then honestly, you got to just start checking out that wiring. I mean, what's cool is that, let's say if it's from that speaker, it goes straight to a module and it's a shorter wire that I can follow all the way through. I can kind of check to see if that water made it all the way to the other side. But it's going to be tough to say then and there. I mean, who knows? This car, it might take a month down. Customer finally gets their car 2-3 months down the road. Now they're saying, I got electrical issues.
Right. And I got a short here, or when I turn this on, this also turns on, you know.
My bass ain't kicking no more. Yeah, water issues are just no fun for anyone involved, customer or tech. They are pretty gravy though.
Yeah, right?
I love it. I see this, and even though it's kind of a headache, once I figure out everything that needs to get replaced, then it's gravy train all day.
Right. Choo choo.
Put on a nice little song, get in the zone. Dim the lights.
Dim the lights. All right, let's check out the next clip.
Yes, please.
Customer states, my truck is lacking power like crazy. It feels like I'm loaded and driving up a hill at all times. Help.
Help.
No issues
Me
here.
too.
Let me check.
It's a dirty air
Here's
filter.
your problem, bud. Your air filter is plugged up like crazy.
That looks
Let's
pretty crazy.
perform a drop test to verify.
Oopies.
Oh my God.
Dang. Well, I mean, if your engine can't breathe, then it can't run well. What is that? That's like really fine dust. They must have gone off-roading or something. It looks like a fine powdery.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I've come across people with a similar situation. I had a car one time come in, customer states, car, they would accelerate, car couldn't keep up with the acceleration. And then once I checked it out, I was like, I mean, everything looks good, but it can't breathe. Let me check it out. There's a little rat's nest with babies in it.
Oh, dang.
It had like a crack in the actual box. And so I assume he just went in there. And it was legit like a huge ass nest, like leaves, fur.
They had been like living in there.
Yeah. Whenever I get the customer complaint, oh, my vehicle doesn't feel like, it feels like it's lacking power, it doesn't feel like it keeps up, I'm gonna scan it. If I don't see any sort of like, I might see some misfire faults, but if I don't see any other faults, or I check the condition of the fuel and fuel pressure's fine, you know, injectors are injecting as they should.
Right. It's breathing. It's usually a breathing issue. Either intake, right? You got clogged air filter, or possibly dirty throttle body can affect that. Clogged exhaust. Anything that's gonna obstruct breathing in and out, right?
Yep. Science experiment, go take a jog and with a little straw and breathe through the straw. If you can't breathe, guess what, buddy? Neither can your car. Enough dirty talk. Let me see some more videos.
What's that?
What?
I don't know, dude.
I can't see.
There's no compressor there. There's no belts. There's no AC in this car.
But I mean, when you buy a car, you buy as you didn't check to see if the air conditioning worked before you buy the car.
You're asking the wrong person, buddy. I only think of California.
You buy it, and that's what you get. So
I
if
mean,
stuff's broken. It's broken. Missing though, like
that's
are they
crazy.
complaining like the air conditioning did work and then somebody jacked them, or it never worked to begin with because it never had AC to begin with? Somebody went in the middle of the night. And they
wanted the specific AC compressor.
They stole that AC compressor.
Your car.
Some sweaty little goblin. I found it.
It's been hot lately. Listen.
I respect if that's the case and you're the sweaty little goblin. That's pretty impressive.
If you're the sweaty little goblin, go ahead and comment down below. I feel like it's so easy for people to see a car that they maybe have had their eye on for a while. They finally get in it, they test drive it, but they forget one crucial thing, and that's to with every single button in that car.
Yeah.
Every button. I'm talking all of it. I'm talking get yourself comfortable in the back seat. Start toot, 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 toot. Don't be sad, bro. Come on. Weight reduction. Performance modifications.
Yeah, performance upgrade.
Next clip.
Customer states my steering wheel is out of control.
Oh no, is this
Always
another?
check the oil no matter what it's in for.
What?
Figured it had low oil.
Steering
Rear
wheel.
tires look good.
What? This video doesn't make any sense already.
Found the issue.
Well, okay. Steering wheel out of control, so we checked the
Has to
oil.
have major alignment issues.
Yeah, that's
likely. Yeah, possibly.
Showed the customer, and they wanted us to fix the tires.
Possibly align it?
Since they literally just replaced them a couple months ago.
Oh, dang. That's a really bad alignment issue.
Yeah, insanely bad.
After trying to explain that's impossible, they called me a scammer.
Oh!
Look what kind of car it is.
They did sign off paperwork, and we did file a report on the vehicle.
Oh my god, they flipped him off! So there's something more to the story. There's no way they're flipping him off because they told them,
I don't know.
Need to fix your tires.
It's a Nissan Altima.
That's half the problem right there.
That is. I already found out half.
Well, how'd the alignment get so bad to begin with?
It's a Nissan Altima.
Probably ran over some curbs.
Because it's a Nissan Altima.
Because it's a Nissan Altima. Something about that car attracts wild, personalities, perhaps.
Let me tell you right now, buddies, I hate to break your hearts. I know you've been lied to for many years. That cannot be fixed.
Yeah. I'm going to say it's definitely toe, especially since the tires are not that old.
Yeah.
Toe is the most aggressive tire wearing angle because when your tires, and I'm saying positive because it's on the outside edge, so your tires are being dragged across like this, you're creating so much friction, and that's probably why your steering wheel is like that.
Yeah.
If you're out there and you're an entry-level technician, or you're doing side work, maybe you're a mobile mechanic and you're just getting started into stuff, you better be super, super careful for any customers that have things like this and they don't want to fix it. I'm not letting that car go unless you have paperwork that clearly states this is a danger on the road and this customer refused.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the conversation looked like, but the fact that this guy flipped them off on his way out is clearly unsatisfied. But I'm also, like I said, I'm gonna call this tech out. Why are you checking the oil with the steering wheel?
Bro, because he saw that it was a Nissan Altima that was on its way in, and he said,
what were you gonna find in the oil? Like, were you gonna find?
It's not about finding the oil, it's about finding no oil.
No oil? But there's no oil. Okay, still all unrelated to the steering wheel getting crazy. Like,
of course I'm gonna check your oil, bro. You don't even look like you brush your teeth. I don't. He flipped him off, Angelina. You think this guy's a good guy?
No, I don't.
This tech tried to help him.
I don't think he's a good guy. You made all very valid points. I'm on Steph's team now at this point. Change your tires, brush your teeth.
Your breath stinks.
And on that note, I'd like to look at that next clip.
Customer states transmission leak. Well,
oh damn.
Well, size Kodo transmission fluid. What is that?
Oh no!
Dude,
oh my!
That is,
oh my god!
That's factory.
The housing,
right?
The housing cracked.
That looks like housing.
There is a hole in your transmission, dog.
There's a hole in your transmission, dog.
As real mechanics, we can verify holes in your transmission, not good.
You're not gonna have a good time. That's crazy though. That's insane.
I mean, you obviously have a lot of fluid that's being circulated and flowing and flung everywhere. And so, of course, that fluid, with the hole in the housing, that fluid for sure is gonna say adios.
A little bit of leak. It's gonna definitely have a code too. I don't know what sensor that is, but there's no way that sensor's in range. Maybe not check engine, but wheel speed sensor for sure. ABS lights on. ABS light's not working. Or ABS
light is probably on.
So more than just the leak. But that's crazy for it to crack right there. I don't know how that happens. I ain't never seen anything like that.
All I know is that ain't right and you need to get that fixed. We just diagnosed the customer states. Next video.
Customer states I have a vibration at highway speeds. Please balance my tires.
Okay.
Tech recommends not driving on the highway. Or probably just not driving it at all.
What the hell? Oh my god.
Dog. You're not getting that vibration all the time? Any speeds? Anywhere you go?
Is your steering wheel not mounted? Like, is the shaft just loose and we don't have an actual mount for the column? I take my hat off to you for driving this car like this, and then your only complaint is that you have a vibration at highway speeds, but don't test drive the car. I bet this guy who owns this car is the only guy who should be driving this car at all.
He's the only man
He knows how to handle this
clearly.
And this loose column flopping around.
I like to think of this car and this steering wheel as like Thor's hammer, and only one can wield it.
Only one can
Only
wield
the
it.
true
I think that only this
worthy
driver.
person.
Yeah. I don't want to drive it. I don't want to wield that.
I don't even want to fix it, actually. I think you're good, buddy.
You know what?
I think
listen, if the guy wants to pay me to balance the tires, then all right, I'll balance the
You
tires.
let me know.
I'm not driving it. You drive it. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's crazy, guys. Show me the next video.
Customer states they need new tires. Tires look fine.
Customer states they need new tires.
Tire look fine. Tires look fine. All this looks fine.
Okay.
Oh, we got the wireless Bluetooth.
Sway bar and link. Yeah.
I don't know why you say that, customer, that you need tires, but you don't.
I imagine you got a sway bar and link that looks like that. When you go to turn, it probably just feels like a boat. But why you would think you need new tires because of that, I don't know. So your sway bar on your vehicle is it should actually be called an anti-sway bar, but we get something called body roll, right? So the car is heavy and you go to turn, let's say I'm making a right turn. Well, the weight of that vehicle is gonna wanna all flip to the outside tires, right? So we end up with the outside springs wanting to compress while the inside ones are extending. So we wanna reduce that body roll. Some body roll is good, too much, not good. So to reduce that, you have an anti-sway bar, or what we call a sway bar. That sway bar looks kind of like this. It's like a weird shape, and it's got end links that are gonna go to our control arms like in the picture here. And when you go to turn, that sway bar is going to flex like this. And as you're going through that turn, it's actually gonna shove those inside tires further down, and it's gonna help relieve some of that weight transfer off on that left side if I'm making a right turn. If you don't have that sway bar connected via these end links, you're gonna end up with a lot of that body roll because the sway bar can't do its job. It's actually happened on my brother's car. My brother's like, man, this thing turns like a boat. It just feels very like I get a lot of weight transfer from side to side, and I lift up the car and the sway bar end links are just completely disconnected. They're so worn out. But I've seen that multiple times. This is quite common. Not this where the bar breaks, but the end links where there's like little ball joints in there. Those will break from time to time.
If a fool tells me that when he turned, he go like this, first thing I'm doing is let me see your socks.
Let me see your socks.
Okay, your socks are low. Let me go inspect the car.
All right, let's check out that next clip. Customer states center console display goes out, has been off for past 10 days.
How much you want to bet? How much do you want to bet that they turn that off? They press the button and they turn that off.
Yeah, you know
and
what?
they're like, I don't know, dude. It just doesn't work.
Off. Let's check it out. I bet you're right.
Crazy. Crazy. How did I know?
It's almost like you've had this complaint before.
Yeah, you'd assume, huh?
I'd assume you've had this complaint.
Never had this complaint before.
Never was.
No, I'm kidding.
Never was.
Yeah, I've seen this. You know, I mean, honestly, some people just don't know the feature that their car has. If I could give a tip for anyone that gets a new car, genuinely play with the settings. Play around, touch all the buttons, figure out what they do. Because if not, one day your passenger is gonna accidentally bump that little button with their elbow. Your MMI is gonna turn off and you're gonna be like, ah.
What happened? It broke.
Doesn't work.
I gotta take it back into the dealer.
Pick your head up, King. Go ahead and press that button again and turn it back on yourself. You'll be okay.
All right, if you liked this episode of RMS, you might like this one or that one, wherever it's around.
Somewhere. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you for watching. We love you. Have a beautiful time.